Happy May, everybody. This is our May celebration. Live Playalong Bluegrass Jam. I'm Tyler Grant. Thank you for joining me. It is a beautiful spring afternoon here in Denver, Colorado. I am on location at my friend Colleen Murphy's house. Thank you again, Colleen, for hosting me here. And it's one of those set up and go situations. So I'm going to double check and see if this is on. And we're going to get to it with a good old song called Roll On Buddy. And I kind of do the Bill Monroe version of this song. I'm not exactly sure of the source. Bill may have written it. It may have come from somewhere else, but it is not to be confused with 9 Pound Hammer, which is a completely different song, and says Roll On Buddy in the chorus, of course. This is Roll On Buddy, Roll On. Okay, we're live on Facebook. I'll double check on the YouTube. Here we go. Looks like we are live on YouTube as well. Okay. And let's mute that. Okay, here we are. No thanks, I don't need YouTube TV right now. Okay, so let's just get to it. Most of us here know what to do. If you don't know what to do, you're going to figure it out pretty quick. I just kind of give you a brief run through of the song and kind of put you on the spot to kick it off. And the kickoff, what's the kickoff? That just means you're going to introduce the melody, play an instrumental version of it, and I'm going to back you up. What does that mean, backing you up? It means I'm going to play rhythm. I'm going to strum. And you're going to hear me, and I'm here to provide the rhythm for you. And we're going to have a click track going throughout all this. And I want to rearrange this. Just bear with me here. I want to see some of this artwork and this neat, beautifully painted guitar behind me. So let's rearrange. Like I said, this was a set up and go situation, so I'm going to do a quick little thing here, and now there's the delay. Okay, while I'm figuring this out, you might see me move this around a couple times and hope it isn't too distracting while that's a little bit better. Okay, move this up a little closer. Okay, hope I didn't make you seasick. But here we go. Here's how the song goes. In the key of G. And I usually shout the numbers. The numbers are very important because different instruments are tuned differently. People might be in different capo positions. So I use the 1-4-5 system. And most of these songs are 1-4-5. If it's something different, I'm going to specify. So this is a 1-4-5 in the key of G, meaning your 1 chord is a G, your 4 chord is a C, your 5 chord is a D, or a D7, right? So, this song goes 1, 1 and a 1, 4, 4 and a 1, 4, and now I'll put on the click track and demonstrate how I might kick it off. Typically, of course, in bluegrass style, the guitar is the less common instrument to kick off songs. If you're in a full bluegrass band, it's usually the banjo. If I was playing this with a bluegrass band, I'd have the banjo kick it off, or maybe the fiddle, right? But if you're playing a guitar, you can also kick off the song, and here's how I would do it. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's how I would kick it off in the moment right here. Oftentimes you have those things arranged. Sometimes you just have the melody in your head and you go for it. Okay, well, this is looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and play Roll On Buddy. You will kick us off and I'll back you up and we'll sing a verse and you back me up. This is just like a real jam. And try to treat it that way to get your practice for actually jamming with others. Okay, here we go. Kick us off on Roll On Buddy in the key of G. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Roll
dogs got excited about that one. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But hey, it's the way real jams are. It's the way real performances are too, right? Little things happen that distract you, and that's part of the deal, to remain focused. Okay, great. There we go. We're off and running. Next on the list, we have I Wonder How the Old Folks Are at Home. One of my favorite old bluegrass songs, and my version is from the incomparable Mac Wiseman, the late, great Mac Wiseman, such an incredible singer. And here we go. It goes like this. 1 and 4 and a 1. 1 and 1 and 4. 4 and a 4. 1 and a 1. 2 dominant is an A7 to the 5. And a 1 and 4 and a 1. 1 and 1 and a 4. 4 and a 4. 1 and a 6 dominant is an E major or an E7. 2 A7. 5 and a 1. So that's my language for when one of the chords that's typically a minor chord in the key, like the 6 or the 2, becomes a major chord and becomes what we call a secondary dominant. So I'll say 6 dominant, and that means it's the 6, but it's a dominant chord, which would be, what's the 6 in the key of E? What's the 6 in the key of G? E minor, right? So if I say 6 dominant, it means it's got a dominant function, which means it's either a major or a 7th. And I usually go for the 7th on those, E7. So it's got an E7, A7 is the 2 dominant, the 5 is the dominant, back to 1. And if you need like further explanation on all this, most of you realize I have an Artist Works course that is launched where I go into all those details for the inquisitive minds. But that's my language, and you can also just watch my hands, and you probably already know this song. So let us go ahead and give it a shot. And again, like when you're performing this song, you might not play it all the way through for the kickoff, but this being an opportunity for us to pick and to jam, I'm going to have you kick it off all the way through the entire form of the song. So let me demonstrate how I might do that. A 1, 2, 3. So I'm just trying to accurately represent the melody and fill it in with some little runs, some strums, little bits of cross-picking, whatnot. So there you go. It's a long form, right? But get that melody in your head and you'll be able to navigate it. So go ahead and kick us off here on I Wonder How the Old Folks Are at Home in the key of G. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. just a village and a homestead on the farm. You can hear the cattle lowing in the lane. You can see the fields of bluegrass where I roam. You can almost hear them cry as they kiss their boy goodbye. Oh, I wonder how the old folks are at home. Play it. You can hear the cattle lowing in the lane. You can see the fields of bluegrass where I'd roam. You can almost hear them cry as they kiss their boy goodbye. Oh, I wonder how the old folks are at home. Okay. So obviously I skipped ahead to the second half of the form, which is kind of like the chorus, I guess, on this one. And that's just the kind of thing you got to pay attention and follow the leader. Didn't want to sing all the way through the whole thing again. So that's something that typically happens. And if you pay attention to like some old recordings by Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys, he might like cut off his solo in the middle of a section and go right to the B part and expect the band to follow him. You know what I mean? So this is a game of following the leader and being quick on your feet in your, in your reactions, in your quick thinking. So most of you probably followed me there. If you missed it, that's what happened. Okay, how is everybody doing? We got some folks chiming in on the live streams. Opa is looking forward to my debut on Artist Works. Thank you so much. Oma, I am quite looking forward to it as well. If someone could provide Oma with a YouTube link on the Facebook page, that would be handy. Most of you here know how to do that. Colin Burns up late in the UK, checking in real quick, and he's gonna follow along and play along tomorrow on the archive. Hello, Colin. And over here on YouTube, Dave Schmidt. And thank you again about the Artist Works course. This is a big development for me. It's going to be, I'm really proud of the course that we put together. It's comprehensive. There's over 160 lessons going from a beginner's corner all the way through fundamentals, which for me, fundamentals are for players of all levels, not just entry-level players. You know, I work on fundamentals daily. And then a section I call The Journey, where we're kind of moving through lots of more songs, tunes, concepts, and then branching out, you know, where we get into ways you can take all this style and branch out and do anything you want to with this framework of bluegrass flatpicking. And of course, I'm talking to the guitar players here. We have other instruments, so I won't spend too much time talking about that. But anyway, the Artist Works course is very exciting. And of course, we'll be able to do video exchange lessons along the way for those who are signed up. And hello, Sandy in Bakersfield, playing the banjo, or the dobro maybe. And Ron Lipton, near Lake Michigan. Hopefully you got some nice spring weather up there. It might be kind of muddy. It's definitely muddy around Colorado. We had lots of snow and now we have lots of heat. Hello, John Keegan. It's raining in Mainville, Ohio. Clark Poos in Buena Vista. Hello, Clark. We are not in Baja anymore, are we? Okay. Very cool. Well, let's move on. Feel free to chime in, let us know how you're doing, what you're playing, where you are, and you all can chat amongst yourselves. And we got Fireball Mail here. A good old, I'm not exactly sure where this song comes from, but we pick it as an instrumental, and it is best known in the bluegrass canon as coming from Earl Scruggs on the banjo. And this is one of the first tunes that most banjo players learn out of the Earl Scruggs book. And the changes are simple as pie. It's just in the key of G. 1 and 1 and 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. And you go through that 2 times, the same melody 2 times. So it's like A is the form on this. Okay, and we are obviously at the slow jam. And I'm gonna be like ticking the metronome up just a little bit as we go. But keeping it in the comfort zone for everybody. So here we go. Fireball Mail, this being an instrumental, I'm gonna kick it off. And we'll go 2 times all the way through, which, like I mentioned, is A each time. So I'll play an A and then another A. And then you play an A, another A. Then I'll do another round just like that, and you do another round just like that, and then we end it, okay? So it's me, you. And here we go, Fireball Mail in the key of G. And I'm gonna kick this off using taters. So just follow me, it's just like a count off, same amount of time. fun. Simple tune and just a great melody, which you learn a lot from that. To me, that is a framework that other melodies kind of borrow quite a bit from. It's related to lots of other melodies, is what I'm trying to say. In a very, very simple and very, very to the point kind of way. There are no wasted notes in that tune. All right, I'm just getting myself back in tune. Speaking of, got the old callings out here. I've been playing the callings quite a bit because I've been traveling and playing out, doing plugged in kind of shows where the callings works really well. But Old Red, the old Martin, will be back, don't you worry. And of course I used Old Red on the Artist Works course. Okay, moving along. We've got the old Flatt and Scruggs number here called Will the Roses Bloom Where She Lies Sleeping. Absolutely love this song. I mean, every song on this list I love. That's why I put them on the list, right? Let's find a tempo. Where she lies sleeping. Okay, we'll be right there at the tempo we landed on the last number. And we're in the key of C, and this goes. And a 1 and 1 and a 4 and a 1 and 1 and a 5 and a 1 and 1 and a 4 and a 1 and 5 and a 1. Those are the changes. The way I might kick it off is just that melody that I sang to you there, which sounds something like this in my style. A 1, 2, 3. So getting the melody notes is one thing, but getting this where my darling sleeps beneath the sand. Sometimes when you get those little details in there, that's when it's really satisfying. Anyway, if you get 60% of the melody notes, I'd be happy. So kick us off here on Will the Roses Bloom Where She Lies Sleeping, and if you're a tenor singer, this is your chance to sing tenor to a good old song. Here we go, key of C, kick us off. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Will the roses bloom where she lies sleeping? Will the flowers shed their petals there? Will the dewdrops fall upon the roses where my darling sleeps beneath the sand? How I miss my darling as she's sleeping underneath the beautiful sky. I miss her more now that she's left me. I know we've said our last goodbye. Will the roses bloom where she lies sleeping? Will the flowers shed their petals there? Will the dewdrops fall upon the roses where my darling sleeps beneath the sand? I got it. Oh, sad, sad song, but a beautiful melody and so fun to play. And I love having songs in C. On guitar, C major just works so wonderfully for most of these melodies, and of course C is the control. It's the control group. It's your natural notes, so it's a wonderful way to learn music and understand the intervals because you're not thinking about sharps and flats as much as you are in other keys. Okay, next we have Soldier's Joy, our second instrumental of the set. And I typically play this out of C position capo 2. If you're playing mandolin, you're open. If you are playing banjo, I'm not exactly sure. I think most banjo players play this out of open position with the 5th string popped up to A. And fiddle, of course, this is a D fiddle tune. And I just really like it on guitar out of C position because there's lots of nice ways it lays out and little things you can do with it. So anyway, Soldier's Joy. Let us kind of go over this briefly. Here's some guitar in the other room, but hopefully that's not too distracting to you. So here we go. Soldier's Joy is and a 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and a 1 and 1 and 5 and a 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 5 and 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 1 and 1, 1 and 1 and 5 and a 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, 1 and 5 and 1, 1 and 1, 4 and 4, 1 and 1 and 5 and 5, 1 and 1 and 4 and 4, 1 and 5 and a 1. Da da da, 4, 1 and 1, 5 and 5, 1 and 1, 4 and 4, 1 and 5 and a 1. So there's your A section and your B section of Soldier's Joy. And we'll do like we do with most instrumentals here on the slow jam, where we'll play it twice through. So I'll play an A part and a B part, then you play it all the way through like so. I'll play it again all the way through, you play it all the way through, and then you go ahead and tag it at the end, okay? And I'll follow you, even though I can't hear you. Okay, here we go. Soldier's Joy, I'm gonna kick this off in the key of D. click you heard a couple times was my pearl snap snapping against the top of the guitar. So I'm going to roll this sleeve up a little bit further. I am of the opinion that every shirt that has buttons should have snaps instead. I don't know why they don't make as many. I think it's coming back, but you know, pearl snaps are way better than buttons. But every now and then they'll bang on the instrument and you gotta roll them up. Okay, I'll check in one more time. How's everyone doing? David Matthews, very cool. Practicing the banjo in Prairie Village, Kansas. And Doug Butts, hello Doug, nice to see you there. Leonard Grace, happy to have found me. Well, I'm happy that you found me and you're in Oregon. Wonderful. Okay, and then over on the YouTube land, Gilly finding, fiddling along. Gilly R is fiddling along in Thunder Bay, Canada. Right on, thank you Gilly. James Davis, hey now. Here we go. We got, you're here on the slow jam. Dickie Derry, 12 years playing banjo and went to 2 years playing banjo. Okay, so you went to your first bluegrass camp. Hey, that's a good thing to do. Get yourself immersed in the music, jam with others. Moroccan Moorish, hello. Nice to see you here. And Ron Lipton in Lake Michigan. Okay, yeah, I've got a couple camps coming up. Of course, we have Steve Kaufman's acoustic camp in Merrillville, which is actually spelled Maryville, Tennessee, in June. I'll be on the flat picking team week 2, and that's always a blast. All the instruments are there, and definitely a lot of guitar players, a lot of fiddle tune jams, and just an inspiring environment, and lots of regulars who've been going there for 20 plus years. Same with Augusta Heritage Center Bluegrass Week, which I will be in Elkins, West Virginia in July. And that one is dear to my heart. It's the first bluegrass camp I ever was an instructor at it was the first bluegrass camp at which I was an instructor in 2005. It's going on 20 years that I've been involved in the Augusta Heritage Center program. And the Bluegrass Week is phenomenal. And it's a lot of like good mix of all the instruments and a lot of bluegrass picking. And of course, you're in Elkins, West Virginia, so you're hearing the old-time music happening, and you can just feel the old-time music ringing from the Appalachian hills there. Okay, and Kilt, Tennessee is a first-timer. Hello there. That's your handle on YouTube, Kilt, Tennessee, and Blake Addison. And almost forgot this evening. Well, we're at the time of the year where it's kind of like, I'll kind of announce them as we go because things get real busy in the spring and summer. Of course, I was shooting the Artist Works course for 2 weeks in California and had Winter Wondergrass Festival, Tahoe. Then we had Baja Wondergrass. And I'm squeezing this in here on this Monday night for you before I head back to the river to get ready for rafting season with Adrift and River Wondergrass, entertaining and guiding along the Green and Yampa rivers this spring and summer. And so I will definitely be out next Monday for Swiftwater rescue training, a little re-up on my Swiftwater rescue skills. And then I'll be back. I will announce as we go. So just kind of keep an eye on my website. I'll post them on the website the Friday before, and I'll post them on my social media pages the Friday before as well. Okay, let's get going so we get through the slow jam. Just a few old memories in the key of A. And this one is a fun and beautiful country song. It's got a couple of twists and turns. So in the key of A, and a 1 and 1. Does that quick little forward back to the 1. So there's a little bass walk down you can do. 4, 3, 2, 1. of your major scale. And if you are going to the verse, like if you're coming out of a solo or a kickoff, you'll go and throw in a quick 5 chord, and then you'll begin. That takes you back to the 1 chord for the beginning of a verse. Now, if we're at the end of a verse, it'll go, and I'll play the 1-7 chord, my A7, in this case a G7 because I'm capoed, which takes me up to the 4. So in any case, when you're going to the verse, you'll do a quick 5 chord. And when you're going to the chorus, you stay on the 1, because the 4 is coming up for the chorus. And the chorus goes 4, back to the 1, then back to 4, on to the 5, and then you're back on the end of the verse, just like the verse goes. Okay? So, sorry, this is I'm at their house. I'm going to let them play. Hopefully it's not too loud for you here on the camera. So, okay, let's go ahead and play a few old memories. Let me kind of demonstrate how I might kick it off. Now, we are in 3/4 time, right? It's a waltz. So I'm going to set the click a little bit different. All right, so this will be 1 click per beat. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, da, 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 like so. And you regulars know this drill. So when I count this off, I'll give you 4 full measures. So I'll demonstrate my kickoff, and I will count it in the way I'm going to count you in. So I'll go a 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's another reason why you should keep coming back, because we repeat these songs and you get to learn them the more we play them. I'm slowing that click down just a tiny bit for you, okay? Because I know this might be a new song to many of you. So here we go. Just a few old memories by Hazel Dickens. You're going to kick us off in the key of A, all the way through the form like I just demonstrated, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a few old memories slipped in through the door. Though I thought I had closed it so tightly before, I can't understand it, why it should bother just a few old keepsakes keep turned upside down. Here I go. Just a few old memories from way back in time. I can hardly remember. I don't know why I'm crying. I can't understand it. I'm surprised. First thing tomorrow morning, I'll clean off that shelf. Just a few old keepsakes way back on the shelf. No, they don't mean nothing. I'm surprised that they're left. Just a few old love letters with the edges all brown, and an old faded picture I keep turned upside down. Play. Just a few keepsakes way back on the shelf. No, they don't mean nothing. I'm surprised that they're left. Just a few old love letters with the edges all brown, and an old faded picture I keep turned upside down. Okay. Has there been a better song ever written? I don't think so. Lots of songs equally as good, but I don't think there's a better song than that. And that was a request, I believe, from Jim Hanaway a long time ago. So thank you, Jim, for that. And of course, many of you know the Dolly Parton version, which is excellent. If you haven't listened to the Hazel Dickens original, I would highly recommend it. Okay, moving right along. Little Willie in the key of A. This is one I learned from the Stanley Brothers. And a 1 and a 5, 7, and a 1 and a 5 and 1, and a 1 to the 5 to 7, and a 1 and a 5 and 1. That's all. Easy as pie. The flat 7, of course, if I'm capoed here playing in G position, my flat 7 major is a F. Okay? But if you're in a concert key in A, your flat 7 is a G. So in concert key with no capos, you're A, G, 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 A, E, E, A. Okay? There you go. The idea is to learn how to hear these things and to understand the numbers, because then it'll be crystal clear. And the way I might kick that off, I gotta get back to my standard 4/4 time here. It's about good. Nice, slow, rollicking tempo. I'll kick it off like 1, 2, 3. Trying to kind of simplify it to show you how clear you can state the melody on this one. All right, kick us off on Little Willie in the key of A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When I was in my 16th year, little Willie courted me. He said I'd run away with him, his dear wife I would be. I got it. We were so far away from home when little Willie said to me, "Go home, home, my dear little girl, my wife you'll never be." Play. My mother was so kind to me, and she always loved me dear. You led me far away from home. How can you leave me here? Play. Here's the last verse. Nature, nature, my dear little girl, it's nature for to be. My mind is to ramble around, and I bid this wide world adieu. Trippy song, but I love it. It has that old-time spooky kind of feel to it. Okay, last song of the slow jam, and that'll give us probably just enough time to get reset for the mid-tempo and start at 1/4 If not, we'll start a minute or two after. So come on back for the mid-tempo. We have a really fun set list, in my humble opinion. Okay, so we're going to do the Old Home Place in the key of B flat. So I'm capo in 3. So this song goes 1, 3 dominant, okay? If you're playing a G chord, it's a B7. If you're in a concert key, it's a D7, okay? So I'm calling it 3 dominant. 1 and 3 dominant, 4 back to 1. 1, 1 and a 5. 1 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. 1 and a 5 and a 1. And then we do another verse. Typically the verses go in pairs. And the chorus goes to the 5. 5 and 5 and a 1 and 1. 2 dominant to the 5. And back to the 1 and 3 and 4 and a 1. 1 and 5 and a 1. And my kickoff might go something like 1, 2, 3. Something like that. Okay, where's my click? We're gonna inch this up a wee bit, but keep it in the slow range. Okay. So go ahead and kick us off here on the old home place in the key of B flat. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. It's been 10 long years since I left my home in the holler where I was born, where the cool fall nights make the wood smoke rise and the fox hunter blows his horn. I fell in love with a girl from the town. I thought that she would be true. I ran away to Charlottesville and worked in a sawmill crew. What have they done to the old home place? Why did they tear it down? And why did I leave my plow in the field and look for a job in the town? I got jamming with y'all. Come on back in about 4 minutes. I'll try to get this shut down and back up on time, and we'll jam some mid-tempo. Appreciate the donations as always. Appreciate you spreading the word, passing the link of the archives around to your bluegrass picking buddies, and of course passing news of the Artist Works course to your guitar playing buddies. Okay, we'll see you in a few minutes.